created to have some fun together, sharing and singing. So, join and enjoy.
Our love for opera brings us together. Thanks for being with us in this trip.
And so, Rafa, we have reached another very interesting program that we are having today with this very beautiful music that we are taking for sharing with everybody here in the audience. But before we get there, and people who are watching, not people who will be listening, but people who are watching on YouTube would realize that we have a message here and another message here to my left and to my right, because unfortunately, we are also mourning for the loss of another of our dear cats. But this time, our dear baby that passed away was we named her Mandarina. But the importance of the message that I want to convey is that really, 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 people feed water to your cats. If you see a stray cat, please feed them water. If you feed them water, you will give them a great chance of surviving once they are seniors. Because once they are seniors, it is already too late for many of them. They present chronic kidney diseases, which are not curable. They are once they reach that stage, it is already too late to do anything for them, and we can only help them in their past months to pass the quieter possible. So please, 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 today's message. If you see, I also published a short on YouTube that fortunately reached almost 2,000 people. To almost 2,000 people watched that video, which of course is it touches our feelings because it was right after she passed. But the message at the end is the message that I want to share with you today. Please, water can save the life of many, many cats. We are so used to give them only dry food that we are condemning them to have horrible last months of their lives. So please, people, pass that message. And today we're going to be having Mandarina right here with us. This beautiful baby is going to be with us. But now, Rafa, if you don't mind, we're going to talk about, wow, one of the most amazing songs out of the many that we have shared here. We are going to be talking about today one of the most beautiful creations that I adored from the second I heard it. And by the way, I heard it in the voice of Luciano, and I said, "My God, how can anyone not only sing but create something so phenomenal?" Rafa, tell us a little about your experience with this beautiful song.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me once again, Rich. In fact, I have no so many experience in this song. I know this beautiful song because you're right. In fact, it's a great song. Um, I have not heard this song with a lot of uh, artists, let's say, or singers. Uh, Maybe a couple of them, certainly Plácido Domingo or José Carreras, Pavarotti, maybe just by accident for another singers, but non ti scordar di me. It's for, let's say, in this kind of genre of music as a unique piece, uh, could be in my top 10.
And
It's, it's,
it is not only
it's really
beautiful,
amazing.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful and it's
Mm.
difficult.
Mm. A lot, yes.
I can tell you that maybe 99.999% of the singers are scared of
Hmm.
the ending because
Yeah.
the rest of the melody flows. But once you are reaching the end, you can tell by, of course, not Luciano. Luciano really knew his instrument. But the other singers, we are going to see some of them on the videos today. As soon as they know they are approaching, you see how tense, you see how their face changes because they say, I'm reaching the most difficult part. It's difficult, the completeness, because of the interpretation, but in terms of the notes, the ending can be very challenging. But why don't we stop the talk and start our videos today? And as such, we do something, or we share with you the first participant, if not participant, the first version today is going to be by a very, very, very famous tenor nowadays. Well, Jonas Kaufman has been very famous for around 5-10 years. He's mature now. In this video, where you're going to realize that he's really, really, really young. But let me put it on the screen for you and see how a young Jonas Kaufman could sing Non ti scordar di me. Also remember that he is German, so Italian is not his native language. There we go. In Reykjavik, for what I just read. Okay. So, Rafa, what are your thoughts on Mr. Kaufman singing Not discordar di me?
Okay. First of all, my point of view, this guy, he has some great voice. I really like that. Um, However, I don't know how to say in this matter of music, but engolar la voz. I will say that it's a kind of nude in your throat. I insist. I really don't know how can explain in one word, but sometimes he's doing a kind of nude in the throat in the high tones. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna kill me because I'm gonna tell this, but there's some notes, and mainly in the high tones as well, that um, is the same, let's say, color, we'll say, the same color of when Plácido Domingo in his high notes as well, kind of. It's very similar. Maybe it's the type of the tenor, or maybe it's as I said, it's the color. But maybe if you close your eyes and you don't know who is singing, and you just put in there just this little piece of note, let's say, um, in my point of view, um, you can you can think that maybe it's Placido Domingo, maybe because it's kind of similar. As I said, it's just some notes. I can see as well that the tones which are soft and high is on his out of zone of comfort. It's not so easy for him. And as you mentioned in the beginning of in this program, it's not easy. That's why it's not easy, because there has a high notes in which you need to sing very soft, and this kind of technique to sing this part is very, very complicated. And in the last, for my point of view as well, in the first very part, the whole since the beginning until the bridge, let's say, until
Mhm.
a little bit of the bridge. He did it very, very nice, very well. I will say excellent. But after the bridge, um, his voice is a kind of from high to diminish in the quality of his performance. Um, Sometimes kind of if you put your hand in your mouth and still singing, then it's not clear. Is opaco. I don't know how to say it in English,
Opaque.
but opaque. Okay, thank you. It's opaque, but it's in just some notes. Okay, he ended well, very well. The tone was right. He knows his instrument, and as as I can see, there's the only thing that I can. Obviously, the orchestra was great.
Well,
That's what I
Rafa,
can say.
you
Yeah.
know, now we are having listeners in around 1,176 cities. And I think that now maybe at least 900 want to kill you.
Yeah, maybe. I
Because
know.
Kaufman is a great, great favorite of many people. And now maybe those 900 are going to hate me as well, because you pointed at several things that have been somehow polemic around the
Mm,
tenor. That's why I insisted that this is Kaufman young, because
mm,
now that he's mature, all the things that you remarked are now extremely obvious. The darkness tone, the gutturality of the voice. Non ti scordar
Gutturality. That's right.
di me.
Gutturality.
You feel
Mhm.
that the sound is here in the throat. You don't
Yes.
feel it projected. Non ti scor. The opacity of the voice is now that you don't listen to that beautiful
Hmm.
harmonic high tone. You don't listen
The
to it.
brightness is lost.
It's something is not working in his technique, and you
Hmm.
can go back to when he was young to find. Personally, this is just Ricardo speaking. He was not a tenor. I think he was a baritone who tried to find a way, because he has good high notes.
Hmm.
He
Very
tried to
nice.
find a way to sing more like a tenor, but now that he's
Hmm.
mature, it's playing against him, because
Hmm.
the,
Hmm.
the high notes are hardly and very strangled. It's like strangle
Hmm.
him and sounds very, very difficult. Uh, and well, that's what I wanted to share with you. You are right in what you're sharing. That's pretty obvious now. And now 900 people in 900 cities want us to disappear for having criticized Mr. Kaufman. But it is true that, and that's why I liked this recording, because all these problems were not so obvious when he was younger. Now he sings everything very loud, because, as you remarked, you can see that going for soft,
Mm,
going for
mm,
quieter, it's hard for him. So what's he
mm,
doing now? He shouts everything.
mm.
If we repeated this, he would be "Non ti
Oh yeah.
scordare di me la vita".
Mm.
At the end, you feel like even your ears hurt, that he's
Yeah.
always bah, 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 bah.
It's flat. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like it here because at least he tries. Now he doesn't even try. So
But it's a
that's
great performance in there. It's a great performance. My point of view, I really like that. But you obviously you can see where are there his weakness. You
yeah.
can see that.
I also liked him, moreover, because I know how he's singing now. So when I
Hmm.
discovered how he could sing in the past, of course not perfect, because no singer is perfect. I really
Hmm.
said
Hmm.
he did a good job back then. I think
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
not being his country, not being his language. I think he did a great effort.
Hmm.
Um, the orchestra, I'm not so happy about it. It's
It's fine
kind,
for me. It's fine. I don't know.
it's not bad, but it's not passionate enough. I mean,
Okay.
it's not a wave, a tsunami, because that's not non discordar di me. But at the end, it has the emotion of Italians, and that emotion of Italians is what I don't feel
Mm,
here.
mm,
That,
mm,
that's
mm.
what I think it's really, really missing. But let's go for our recording number 2. This is a recording. This is an Italian tenor, Rocco D'Aurelio, a much more modest recording. I find something very interesting, but let's play and share it with everybody, and we then share our thoughts. The place is beautiful, by the way. I'm going to repeat it. Raffa, what did you think?
All right, all right. Okay, first of all, just to be clear for the audience, we are in here just for to have healthy, let's say, healthy critics on these topics. Okay, it's not because we will be doing this much better. You know, at the end we are singers, yes, not at this level, but just as I said, just as a healthy and positive criticism about this. Okay, why? There are some adjectives that I know in Spanish, obviously, that will be kind of difficult to say in English, but I will try. There's a kind of, as I said, I don't know how to say acartonado, or how can you put in English words?
Like very
this,
square?
like a square, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
yes, could be. Like his voice, it's a kind of square in a way that maybe he's not feeling he's not feeling the words, he's not feeling even the piano, that this is something that's it's an average piano. It's not a great piano. It's fine, I mean, but he's not feeling the essence of this song. That's the reason why I think that it's kind of square. In the high tones, I can hear that he was kind of forced. Okay, it is it's like if you were squeezing something that is not in good shape. My point of view as well is that his vibrato, it was out of the sight in the syllables or in the pieces that there's no vibrato or shouldn't be a vibrato, or maybe he was oh no, because as you can hear that it seems like he was maybe in his third or fifth public concert in a short, because it seems to be it's a kind of short concert or something like this. But my impression is that he's so nervous, or he didn't he didn't sing the correct vibrato in the phrases that should be. And as well, I could see that el fraseo, I don't know how to say once again, the phrasing could be, I don't know, maybe the phrasing was sometimes was cut. Non discordar, dime, la vida mía, legate a te. Obviously, I'm overreacting about this, but it's a kind of example that I was expecting a wave, you know, in the notes, in the waves, and when the song is blowing, is getting you in, and is moving in the environment, you're expecting something, okay? So that kind of topics is that I can see. As a beginner, I could say that it's a good beginner. It's fine, but obviously, if you compare with a professional singers, obviously is out of the competition. That's what I will say.
Yeah, I would share that I think that the biggest challenge, there are two biggest challenges here. One, it is in the outdoors, it is open. So for singers
That's a
who are
fact. Yeah.
used to sing in enclosed spaces, you usually receive some of the sound you emit back. So that usually helps you to calibrate with the rest of the level of the music in the auditorium. But
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
when you're a singer of auditoriums, let's say, and you go to the outdoors, you get completely
mm-hmm,
lost because now the sound that you used to receive, you cannot hear
mm-hmm,
because it is open. The sound never comes back. Then it is very
mm-hmm.
difficult for many singers to find where the pitch is, where the mission is, if the volume is correct, if they are projecting or not. So that's the
Yeah.
first challenge. The other one
Mm-hmm,
is that he's so nervous. So
mm-hmm,
nervous that he runs out of breath and cuts the phrases.
mm-hmm,
Instead of the he
mm-hmm,
even runs out of the impostation because
mm-hmm,
he's nervous. I can see that he's nervous. Because of the errors that he commits, I noticed that the control of the diaphragm is not there.
mm-hmm,
Nervous is eating him. And that's why also he's so stiff. He's not enjoying because he could have played a little with the hands, no, or smiling or doing something
mm-hmm.
that could make him look more relaxed. But the only way to get experience is to stand in front of a group of people and to start singing. That is that is something that there is no shortcut for that.
Mm-hmm,
Unless you
mm-hmm,
really stand in front of a group of people, you will never. And there are many singers who never get rid of nervosity. They
mm-hmm,
are nervous every time they present, but at least you get used to that and you have your own. I don't look directly at him, at them, or I look but I'm not looking, or my mind, or it's like I'm looking at something in blank so that I don't get distracted. So there are many tricks that singers, but you only do it with experience. So
yes, that's right.
I am happy that he has this experience. Of course, he has to polish a thousand
Mm-hmm.
things. I will
Several
not
times.
number them.
Mm-hmm.
He has to polish a good number of things, but I'm happy that he had the chance of doing it. Again, experience, you're going to get it only if you expose yourself to doing it. You sing it 1,000 times in your bedroom, it will be different the moment you have one person in front of you. You will
Mm-hmm.
immediately go blank, forget the lyrics, forget how to breathe, forget everything you were trained for. So that's what I would like to say. And now it is very important that I tell you that we are going to move for the third one. And Rafa, I was just ready to present the third participant or the third recording.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a spectacular version, by the way. But we haven't even mentioned what the song is about. Non ti scordar di me, in fact, means, well, the direct translation to English is horrible. It's don't forget me. But don't forget me sounds like empty, like cold, no?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I would ask, please don't forget me. Please don't let me leave your memory. Please let me stay forever with you. Because that is pretty much the mood of what Non ti scordar means. Please don't forget me. It's really out of sense. It's out of place. So non ti scordar di me, and that's a beautiful thing about it, Italians and Napolitan, that the sound flows so naturally. Non ti scordar
Mm-hmm.
di me. That Katia says that Italians sing even when they are just speaking because of the way the
Mm-hmm.
vowels and the
Mm-hmm.
consonant sounds. So please don't forget, Miss. Partirono le rondine dal mio paese freddo e senza sole. So, you know that we humans have an obsession for birds. So we're talking about the swallows, the golondrinas. So the swallows are going or are leaving my country because it's cold and there is no sun. So it looks like they are leaving because it's winter. So
Mm-hmm.
why are they leaving? Because it's cold and it's winter. Cercando primavere di viole. Here's the explanation. Yes, they are looking for spring. cercando primavere di viole, nidi d'amore e di felicità. And as they leave, and look at this, because this is going to be key. La mia piccola rondine partì, my beautiful little swallow left looking for a spring and looking for a nest of love and happiness.
Mhm.
We can understand that now he's not really talking about the golondrinas, the swallows. Now when he's la piccola rondine, he's talking about the woman he loves. And he's
Mhm.
saying, the same way the swallows left, the same way my dear one left, looking for a place, looking for love and happiness. And you tell me if that doesn't break you, that you love
Mhm. Mhm.
somebody and you know that this person lives, because is willing to find love and happiness somewhere else.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's an idea that really goes straight into your heart.
It's a poem.
And it is, and that is very important because I wanted to mention it. We are going to notice in Luciano, spoiler, we're going to listen to Luciano Pavarotti, uh, because most of the people of the singers say parti non del mio paese freddo senza sole, like you were saying anything, and you are not saying anything. You are starting to tell the story. Parti le rondine dal mio paese freddo e senza sole. You will notice how Luciano does it. Senza sole. He
Mhm.
lets the last word to extinguish, because it's like your heart feels that, okay, they are leaving because it is cold and there is no sun here. And the same way, my dear one left looking for love and happiness. And says, sola mia piccola rondine partì, senza lasciarmi un bacio, senza un addio partì. Which is, again, a message
Mhm.
that
Mhm. Mhm.
puts you into pieces.
Mhm.
She left without giving even me a kiss,
Mhm.
without even telling me goodbye.
Mhm.
So that you woke up, you look for her, and she was already gone.
Mhm.
So to find that, I don't know about you, Rafa, and maybe your wife shouldn't know about it. So, but I don't know how many women you have loved, but I assume that you have loved in the past also,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we're speaking
Sure.
of the past, that you have loved someone and you suddenly find out that this person is not there and didn't even
Mhm.
care to say goodbye. Of course, there are many men who cry and many men who don't cry, same women. But if you don't tell me that it doesn't hurt, then you're
Yes.
absolutely lying, because
A piece of ice.
and so with that expression, Rafa just left. I think there was a problem with the connection. So I will continue with the explanation in the hope that he won't take long to get back. And because we still have to, he's coming back. Don't worry, Rafa. I was just telling them that I was going to continue with the explanation of the
Yeah.
lyrics.
Sorry. Yeah.
Internet, internet plays his games. So
Mhm.
the second phrase goes, opens after having broken your heart. She left without even telling me goodbye. Instead of saying, you cruel woman, you horrible entity,
Mhm.
how
Mhm.
could you dare? He only says, please don't forget me. Non ti scordar di me, la vita mia è legate a te. My life is so united to yours. Io t'amo sempre più, nel sogno mio rimani tu. I will always love you, and in my dreams, you will always be there. It's incredible. And that's
Mhm.
why, Rafa, when you were saying that it should be like a wave, you were absolutely right. Because non ti scordar di me, la vita mia legata a te, io t'amo sempre più, nel sogno mio rimani tu. You have to flow and continue with the melody. Because if you say, più nel sogno mio rimani tu, it feels
No.
out of place. Something is not working. So that's why the thing, and that's why I was also saying the final part is difficult. But if you don't have a good level of musicality, then you lose this part. And this part is super, super important. Non ti scordar di me, la vita mia legata a te. Io t'amo sempre più, nel sogno mio rimani tu. Non ti scordar di me, he repeats, please don't forget me. La vita mia è legata a te. C'è sempre un nido nel mio cor per te. There will always be a place for you
Place.
in my heart.
Mhm.
I don't know who this man was, but I think the woman just lost a great guy because he's not saying you cruel, blah, 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 blah. Hope something horrible happens in your life. He's saying the opposite. And my heart will always be there for you.
Yeah, it's terrific. That's right. Yeah.
And he finishes, non ti scordar di me. The last note, there are many times that only for the pyrotechnics that you end with a high note. And you could say, but think of this. After having said that, I believe that it is natural that there is some emotion that is winning you over, and that's why your final phrase is that strong. Please, please don't forget me. Of course, in English we said it was horrible, but it makes sense. It is not a note just because of the note. It's because if you have constructed the song beautifully, the final high note is a beautiful conclusion. And you don't have to be extremely long, but if you do it nice, then you leave people like, because you feel, and when you wrap up and the music ceases, you let people, like, I don't know, like like for a second, the world stopped at the end. That's what I think a good rendition of this song does. But why don't we hear? We have a problem. People on YouTube will not notice that much. I will do what I can for people on Spotify, Apple Music, and all the others to see if I can diminish the noise on the left channel. So don't worry, it's not your equipment. It's an old recording, sure beta VHS or Betamax, one of those formats. So that's why it captured so much noise. But it's incredible because we are going to listen to one of the things that Pavarotti did great. The music of his own land is one of the things he did best. Let's listen to him singing Non ti scordar di me in Buenos Aires, year 1987.
Non ti
And so, with that very beautiful image of Maestro Pavarotti, in the sort in the background, Fuzzy, Rafa, what do you have to share for this one?
I can stand with this guy. It's impossible. I really, this guy is impressive. I need to say so sorry. Maybe they are haters of Pavarotti, maybe are lovers of Pavarotti, but we need to admit that this guy is awesome. It's incredible, unique. The performance is my sorry, but my point of view is almost beautiful. It's almost perfect. Sorry. He's not tense in his face. You can see that he's zero tension in his face. It flows like a water in the river, and flows and flows and flows. And he's feeling his song. He's feeling the orchestra. He's feeling every single note, every single word of this song. His voice is unique. His interpretation is master his softness when he's diving in these waves as we were talking about. His softness is really a piece of master of single notes that he's putting in there. You really believe what he's singing. You can feel it. You can feel it. Um, um, Regarding the orchestra, obviously the chorus makes much better. Let's say, how can I say, um,
The
it's
experience,
impressive.
it feels, right?
It's impressive with the chorus behind of him, and if you notice in the very beginning or in the beginning of this song, of this piece, the accordion begins in the with the orchestra, very Napolitan, very Italian. So this is a very thing that I really like. This is a very Italian piece, and that's the reason why the accordion is in there. Plus this beautiful and perfect voice, plus the arrangements, plus the chorus. My point of view is this performance was great.
And now you can see what I was telling you at the beginning. If you compare the orchestra here and the orchestra that we heard
Yeah.
with Kaufman, you see there is miles of difference. You can see
Yeah.
how the orchestra in Buenos Aires really understands how to play the music. The director, of course, because he's the one directing, understands where he needs more of the orchestra and where he needs less, so that the mix of the voice and the music makes sense. If you go straight back to the first one, you feel like the other one is way too plain, like we're going to play this because it is in the notes, but you don't feel anything. And you also have to say that in Buenos Aires, many people, well, we have listeners in Buenos Aires, so they know, but Buenos Aires has a very rich cultural and musical knowledge. They know many great singers and musicians. We already have our program on Gardel, so you know that we are talking about serious stuff in Argentina. So for me, it comes to no surprise that the musicians in Argentina had a great performance here. In regards to Pavarotti's rendition, I think Raffa has pretty much said everything. You see that he knows the music. You see that he knows what he's going to do, and he goes for soft. And then the orchestra continues. And that's when you say, wow, humans can really do great things. At no moment you perceive a competition between the voice and the orchestra or anything. Even the choir, when the choir starts, it's very natural. It's, as you mentioned, it's impressive. By the way, I have the score, and in the score, you have already the participation of the chorus. So it was great that they included. It was included in this rendition. And what else can I say? That's what a person not only with great voice, but an artist can do. We have mentioned many times that you can have the largest voice, but very poor artistic qualities, and you can have a more modest vocal resources, but you can be a great artist. And Pavarotti was fortunate to have both. And this one matches. I'm not sure I have mentioned it here, maybe not here, but in other seasons for sure, that Italian music is written perfectly for the voice of tenors. It's perfect. And so that's why there are so many tenors in Italy, and the musicians that compose really understood how to write for the tenor voice, because it falls natural in a song like this. And I think that we can move now for the final rendition of today's, because you know that we like to bring also some other tesituras. This is going to be the case of a mezzo. because knowing, as we know of the final part, I knew that it was going to be super difficult for a soprano. So that's why I did not look for a soprano, because the ending could be, unless they were a heavy spinto or dramatic soprano, a lyrical could have a great trouble in wrapping up the piece. So I found this beautiful voice of Jennifer Ramirez, and let's see how it goes for her. So, Rafa, what are your thoughts on this version by Jennifer Ramirez?
Well, to be honest, I have never heard this sung in a woman's voice. This is my first time. I don't know where she comes, this girl, this lady, but she really did it quite well, very, very well. My point of view is her voice is soft. The color of her voice is kind of how can it's when it's when you're feeling so good when you hear something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can feel that you are right. You are how can I say, you are in a kind of status, maybe like a fly. I don't know how to say, but you're very comfortable, when you can hear this kind of color of voice. Um, she's singing what she needs to sing. This is very important. He's not pretending and louding just because she has a voice, the things that or the notes that she's singing in there, it's exactly the notes that has to be synced. In my perspective, as I said, she's not pretending that and doing circles or something like this. And if you can see, there's no microphones. It's just the acoustic, just for the place. As I can see, it's a little chapel or something like this. But the acoustic is quite well, very well. It's a great acoustic, which is great for her. And I think that's the reason why she's not using a micro. She's also have a great handling of her voice. It's a kind of it's a kind of voice of crystal. I don't know how to say in English, but it's very soft. It's transparent, shiny. And the piano, it was okay. The piano, they are good understanding between them, but nothing so marvelous, But Jennifer was great. I really liked it.
Well, Rafa, once again, you basically said everything, so I really cannot add anything. It was a very big surprise for me, because I really spent a good amount of time looking for. There is
Mm,
always a reason for which ones I choose, because there are thousands of
mm,
versions. And when I ran into this one, I said, we really need to share Jennifer's version, because
mm,
this is another case of what I was just mentioning earlier. You can see an artist here.
mm, mm,
She's indeed an opera singer. You can hear her. She's an opera
mm,
singer, but you can see that she doesn't abuse of anything.
mm,
And she also chooses the piano. She goes soft. She
mm,
she she listens to the music. She waits for the music to tell the part of the story. She goes back to telling the part of the story. She's flowing with the music. She's flowing with the message. And it's also like if the time has frozen for 4 minutes, 4 minutes and a half, when you're just listening, da 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 da, and you could take the melody for late days later or recall the melody, and you will still feel fine about it. And
Yep.
as I have mentioned in other programs, to me, it tells me she really invested a great amount of time, not only in the music, but in understanding what she was going to do on that day. She really put herself she put her emotions to the service of the music, and the result, well, you can see the result. It's you don't feel uncomfortable or saying, is she going to hit the note? Oh, she's going to run out of breath. You don't feel nervous at all. You see that she knows what she's doing. So I can see that there are some other videos of hers on her webpage. So maybe I will take a look at some others. Because the moment she opens and starts with her voice and you see how she feels the whole place, you say, wow, this is going to be great.
Exactly, yes.
And well, so that was Jennifer. That's what I wanted to say. The piano also, I think, did a good job. Not great,
yes.
nothing so impressive, but she did what she had to do. So that's always good, because sometimes when you're singing and the pianist is not doing his thing, you say like, "Hey man, I am leaving my soul here, and you're just
yes.
like, I wanna go." But well, now it's time for our final evaluation.
Yep.
So, Rafa, what is going to be for Mr. Kaufman?
Good.
Thumbs up. Okay. Me also thumbs up, because he used to sing better in the past. Yes. Non ti scordar di me by Rocco D'Aurelio.
Yeah, I think it's the beginner guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, as I said, it's just because it's a beginner. I will say more or less, because he did it, let's say, well. That's enough. But I think, as you said, the experience gives you a lot of things. I don't want to be so bad with him.
Yeah, I also say
Mm-hmm.
somewhere there. I don't want to be so unfair, because I know it is
Exactly.
many people say, this is easy. This is for a beginner.
No.
This is
No,
not
no, no,
easy,
no.
and this is not for a beginner. Whoever tells you that is lying. Doesn't know about music, and this one
Exactly.
is not
Yes,
easy.
yes.
And you really
Yeah.
need to control your voice to be able
Yeah.
to from beginning to end. So I would say,
And
yeah.
as well as well the core, I don't know, the place, it wasn't the incorrect place to do that, because in there the notes or the sounds goes in everywhere. So you can, it's also impossible to notice what you are hearing, So that's the reason why as you said, I wouldn't like, I wouldn't be, to be unfair with this guy. Yeah.
And let's go. Well, I don't even need to ask. So, but we can just skip Luciano because he did it well. So I have to ask. What do you give Pavarotti?
10 thumbs up.
Okay,
Not
10
10,
thumbs up.
not 10.
Okay.
Yes.
So no, there's nothing to ask there. When Luciano does things great, he does things great.
Great.
Nothing to
Impressive.
ask.
Yes.
And well, you heard our comments, and now Jennifer.
Yeah, great. She's great. Yeah. I don't know if do you know if she's Mexican or something? Or?
I was going to look for her information, because she looks like Mexican to me, but it may turn out that she's from somewhere else.
Okay.
Jennifer
Latin
Ramirez.
America, it's a fact.
Yeah. Spanish, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Let me do a quick search, see if we can find if she's. Oh, she's Spanish.
Oh, really?
She's from Tel de Gran Canaria.
Wow.
Wow.
I thought she was, okay.
Yeah, yeah, but
She's great.
she looked like Latin American to us. Hope she doesn't feel offended for that. But
No.
Because of the emotionality with which she sang, I really thought she was Latin American. So, well, this was our program today.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody for having followed us. And remember, let's take care of our dear babies, feed them with not dry food. Let's give them a much healthier life. Thank you and see you in a month.
You can follow our channel for the latest updates and more content. Opera will love singing, in just one word. Link in the description of the episode.